Have you ever just felt tired? Like the constant push for more is actually leaving you with less? Well, today we're going to talk about a really powerful counter idea, the comfort economy. It's a whole new way of thinking about wealth, not as a bigger bank account, but as a deeper sense of peace.
And it all kind of starts with this one image from a card that's just called comfort. I mean, look at that cat, just completely at ease, perfectly content. It makes you wonder, right? What if success isn't this loud, flashy, explosive thing? What if it's quiet? Like the steady, peaceful hum of just being content.
And that one thought, well, it suggests a huge shift in what we're all chasing. Which brings us to the big question for today. Is being comfortable, like truly, deeply comfortable in your own life, the new rich? Let's dig into what that actually means.
To really get it, we've got to start with the card itself. Let's unpack the surprisingly powerful message hidden in this one simple image.
So what the card is saying breaks down into three core promises. First, it just comes right out and separates wealth from comfort. Though you're not exactly rich, you will be living comfortably. Then it paints comfort as a destination, a phase of life you arrive at, the most comfortable period of your life. And finally, it gives us the secret ingredient. Your finances are in a state of balance. And that word, balance, that's the key. Not excess, but balance.
I just want to pause on this for a second, because this is actually a pretty radical idea. We're always told that life is this constant, stressful upward climb, right? But this suggests something totally different. The goal isn't to climb forever. Maybe the goal is to get to a place that's sustainable and peaceful, a nice, comfortable plateau.
Of course, this gentle idea of comfort just flies directly in the face of a much louder, more aggressive philosophy that's been running the show for decades. Let's just call it what it is, the gospel of grind. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. Hustle culture. It's that non-stop, work-first lifestyle where your whole value is measured by how much you produce. Your ambition is supposed to have no limits, and it almost always comes at the expense of your own happiness and well-being.
These are the unofficial rules of that world, aren't they? Rise and grind, always be closing, sleep is for the weak, outwork everyone. We've all heard these. They're sold to us as motivation, but let's be real, they're the rules for a game that's literally designed to burn you out. And this is exactly what that comfort card is pushing back against.
Yeah, on the surface, it sounds like a roadmap to success. But all this relentless pressure makes you stop and ask a really important question. What's the real cost here? What are we giving up for this constant grind?
And the answer to that question leads us to an alternative. It's a powerful counter-movement we can think of as the Comfort Manifesto. And look, this isn't about being lazy. It's about a totally new definition of what it even means to win at life.
When you put them side by side like this, the difference is it's night and day. Hustle culture is all about constant growth, while comfort culture is about finding a sustainable pace. Hustle's goal is to maximize profit. Comfort's goal is financial balance. And maybe the biggest one of all, hustle culture wears burnout like it's a badge of honor. The Comfort Manifesto? It sees well-being as a basic human right. And hey, this isn't just some fantasy idea. It's a real growing movement. Some people are calling it the soft business era. It's all these people who are making a conscious choice to build careers that support their lives instead of the other way around. It's about valuing enough instead of always more.
Which brings us right back to the most powerful line on that card. Though you're not exactly rich, you will be living comfortably. This is like the core belief of the whole anti-hustle movement. It's permission to just step off the treadmill. You can opt out of the rat race where the finish line just keeps moving farther away, and instead build a life that actually feels good to live in, right now.
And this right here is the biggest takeaway. We have to change how we define success. Financial balance isn't some consolation prize you get for not being rich. It is a true, legitimate form of wealth. It's the wealth of having peace of mind, the wealth of having time, the freedom from that constant anxiety of the next big thing.
Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, right? But how do you actually do it? This last part is all about how you can start to enter your own comfortable era. And it all begins with just giving yourself permission.
Here are three simple but really powerful ideas to start with. First, redefine what rich means to you personally. Is it a number in a bank account? Or is it free afternoons and low stress? Second, actively choose balance over being busy. Busy is not a status symbol. And third, practice valuing the idea of enough. The chase for more is a trap, but you know what? Appreciating what's enough, that's true freedom.
So let's just look at this card one last time. When you see it now, with all this context, it's not just some fortune-telling prediction, is it? It's a permission slip. It's a little reminder that you are allowed to stop, to rest, and to define success in a way that actually feels good for you.
And so let's end with a question. And this one isn't for me to answer. It's for you. Just take a second and really think about it. What does your state of balance look like? Not your boss's, not your neighbor's, yours. Because figuring that out might just be the richest thing you do all year.